Hi there, welcome, and thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us here on TCM. I'm Alicia Malone. And okay, if Variety's two-sentence mini review for the film you're about to see does not grab you, then I'm convinced nothing will. It goes, Socko drama with great femme appeal, Gable at his best. Enough said. Gable is, of course, Clark Gable, and the femme appeal comes in the form of his co star Lana Turner and a supporting performance by Anne Baxter. From 1948 and directed by Mervyn LeRoy, it's Homecoming. This was the third film Gable and Turner made together for their home studio of MGM, following Honky Tonk from 1941 and the 1942 romance Somewhere I'll Find You. And in 1954, they made their final movie as a pair with Betrayed. Our 1948 film Homecoming is a drama told in flashback, with the story spanning the time just before, during, and right after World War II. Gable plays a doctor who is happily married to a woman, played by Anne Baxter, but while serving in the war, he falls in love with a nurse, played by Lana Turner, which obviously has repercussions with his wife when he returns. Clark Gable himself returned from active duty just a few years before this film was made. He had joined the Air Force after the death of his wife, actress Carole Lombard, who died in a plane crash in 1942. Gable flew a number of bombing missions in Germany and ended the war with the rank of major. And as for director Mervyn LeRoy, he and Gable were longtime friends, having met almost 2 decades before our film when LeRoy saw Gable performing in a stage show in Los Angeles. It was LeRoy who more or less discovered Gable, sensing his great talent and coordinating a screen test for the actor, which ultimately led to his start in films. But despite that history, this was the first time the two men ever worked together. From 1948, also with John Hodiak and Gladys Cooper, this is Homecoming. In the majority of her films, Lana Turner was in full-on glamour mode, with hair and makeup done to perfection and wearing fashionable clothes and gowns from the MGM wardrobe department. And I love her in all those movies, but it's so refreshing to see her more natural, down-to-earth side in Homecoming. And if anyone ever doubted Lana Turner's skill as an actress, they need look no further than her final scene. Mervyn LeRoy called it one of the most sensitively played scenes he directed during his long career. And that was John Hodiak playing Dr. Robert Sunday. At the time he made this film, he was married to Anne Baxter, who played Penny. The two met when they worked together on another film with war as the backdrop, Sunday Dinner for a Soldier from 1944, in which their characters were romantically involved. And in real life, Hodiak and Baxter stayed married until 1953. Well, keep watching because we're going to lighten things up for our next movie here on TCM. It's a romantic comedy set down on the farm, and it stars Debbie Reynolds and Tony Randall.
Next on TCM, The Mating Game. Then, The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. And later, Sweet November. The flavor of the month is TCM.